Hello learners, welcome to my YouTube channel Dr. Israel Classes, and in today's video I will tell you what is the semiconductors and how it is differentiate from conductor and insulators. So before going to the deep of semiconductor, we must know the semiconductor, how it is related to conductor and insulators. So as you already know, and I have discussed in my previous slides or previous videos, that the semiconductors is the link between the insulator and conductors. So let us first define the conductor. Conductor is the material, generally these are metals. In the conductors, the electricity flows easily. That means it can carry the charge carrier from one point to another point, or it can transport the charge carrier from one point to another point very easily, and these are called conductors, and they can conduct the electricity. So the examples of the conductors are metals like steel, iron, aluminium, gold, silver, and so on. On the other hand, if we talk about the insulators, are those materials those cannot transport the charge carrier from one point to another point by any means. You remember, it cannot transport the charge carrier from one point to another point by any means. It means if you give the temperature, if you give the energy to the material, and then even in that case it cannot transport the charge carriers. So the examples of that insulators are ceramics, woods, plastics, stone, and so on. So here I can give you the quick or brief definition of the conductor on the basis of conduction band and valence band. If you talk about the conduction band and valence band, in case of conductor, the valence band and conduction band overlap to each other. That means there is no need to give excess energy for the movement of charge carriers. Okay, so and in insulators, this gap is too high. This gap, this band energy gap, Eg is called band energy gap. This gap is too high. That means it cannot be, or it cannot be fulfilled. You cannot give this even you give it the huge amount of energy for to the electron which is exist in the valence band. It cannot move to the conduction band, so it will not transport this electron from here to here, and then it cannot conduct the electricity. That is why it's called insulator. So there is something between the insulator and conductor, that is we call semiconductors. So if we talk about again here the band energy gap Eg, it is not too high and it is also not overlapped. But if you give certain amount of energy, the electron exists here in this valence band, it can move to the conduction band, and then the electricity can be flowed. Okay, so but there is some conditions. You have to give the energy, you have to give the temperature to this electron, then it can move, it can jump to the conduction band so that it can work as conductor. So it will work as insulator once you are not giving the excess energy to the electron. Once you are not giving the heat to the electron, it will work as insulator. But if you give the heat or temperature to the electron, it will work as conductor. That is why the name comes here, semiconductor. That means it is a partial conductor. So what is the amount, how you can define the semiconductors? Semiconductors are those materials, those can conduct the electricity when you are giving the temperature, and at absolute zero they will work as insulator. Okay, about the further detail of semiconductor and further definition, or how it will divide into various type of semiconductor, I will give this in my next video. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this video, and to go further study of semiconductors, please listen my next video. Thank you.